UFC 318 is about to go on in just few days, and this is my official prediction of the main card and one particular fight on the preliminary card. Starting up from the very first fight on the main card, which is Daniel Zellhuber versus Michael Johnson. Michael Johnson, a fucking veteran, you know. Daniel Zellhuber, upcoming fighter, only 26 years old. Daniel Zellhuber. So who's my pick? It's easy. The odds are there. You can look at it. Odds. Daniel Zellhuber minus 700. My pick, Daniel Zellhuber via late round TKO or a decision victory. So that's my first pick. Michael Johnson, 39 years old. I can't trust him anyway. So Daniel Zellhuber. Coming up, the next fight, Dan Ige versus Patricio Pitbull. Patricio Pitbull, another overrated fighter from Bellator. Fuck these Bellator fighters. I fucking hate these Bellator fighters, especially Apache Mix. He fucking cost me a fucking parlay, mate. Fuck him. Anyway, sticking to our topic, I got Dan Ige. This 5'7" tall fighter is a spectacular fighter from Eric Nixon fighting camp. I think Dan Ige is a great fighter and he will get the job done. Dan Ige hits fucking hard, mate. I'm going with Dan Ige. Going on, we got Kevin Holland 45-70 versus Daniel Rodriguez. This one is also too easy. There's nothing to look around here. The height and reach advantage is too much, and besides, Kevin Holland has been coming back. He has a 2-fight win streak, I believe, and his last performance against Vincent Luque was spectacular. He looked amazing in that fight. Even though I fucking like an idiot, I picked Vincent Luque. Anyway, I think between this fight among Daniel Rodriguez and Kevin Holland, I got Kevin Holland every day of the Sunday, mate. Kevin Holland gets the job done. Maybe second round TKO or decision. I think it's gonna be a finish. I think there are chances it's gonna be a finish. I'm going with Kevin Holland TKO. Now, next up fight, we got co-main event, which is Paulo Costa versus Roman Capello. Now, this is a tricky fight because Roman Capello, everybody's going for Roman Capello, but they are kind of undermining the fact that they are both the same fighters. Stats are there, both are 34 years old. Both have the same amount of reach, just 2-3 inches, and height is also there. The power is there. Costa looks more experienced, whereas Capello looks more spectacular and fresh. I can see why people are going for Capello, but they are forgetting that Capello's cardio isn't really there, and Costa can hit hard. So who knows? But I think they are right in picking Capello. I'm gonna go with Capello, but don't be surprised if Costa makes a comeback, because I see there's a potential possibility for that as well. Anyway, my pick for this fight is Roman Capello. So this was co-main event. Coming up to the main fight, the main best fight in this entire fucking card, which is Max Holloway versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier. This will be the last fight of Dustin the Diamond Poirier, one of our beloved fighters. I like both the fighters. I know I made a video on Max Holloway calling him out against his recent bias against Ilia Topuria, but I like Max Holloway. I can't hate Max Holloway, right? Nobody can hate Max Holloway. But as for this fight, I think you can look at the stats right here. Max Holloway, I believe, is minus 130. And I think there's a reason for it. Now you might be thinking, Poirier already beat a good version of Max Holloway. Why can't he beat Max Holloway? Because Max Holloway, unlike Poirier, has improved a lot. If you look at their fight, they have one opponent in common, which is Justin Gaethje, who is still somewhat in his prime. And Poirier went on a war with him in the first fight, and in the second fight, Poirier got knocked out. Whereas Max Holloway schooled fucking Justin Gaethje and knocked him the fuck out. Possibly one of the best fucking knockouts ever from Max Holloway. Now Dustin Poirier looks very sharp, he looks very thick, but people are not saying that Max Holloway looks very incredible at 155. If this fight was on 145 or something else, I'll be worried of his chin, but no, I think this is the position where he should be anyway. I mean, look at this picture. It's a spectacular picture, by the way. Max looks fucking cool and lean and tall. Look at the height difference, and his power is there. He has been knocking out people, and he looks sharp. His footwork will be there. Whereas Dustin, there's something about Dustin I want to talk about. Dustin hasn't been really himself ever since the McGregor fight. I mean, he used to be offensive fighter, but nowadays he's just defensive. You can see that Benoit Saint-Denis performance. Benoit Saint-Denis shouldn't be doing that to fucking Dustin Poirer. I know he knocked him the fuck out, but he was really overwhelming Poirier. Poirier should have just knocked him the fuck out, mate. I don't see Max Holloway fighting Ben Vincenti and then being pushed back against the cage that much. So I think defensively, Poirier is now more of a defensive-oriented fighter, whereas Max is just both. Max just goes out there for a war, and Max will land more than Poirier. And Max nowadays has got power, and he looks healthy. Look at this picture, man. He looks superbly healthy. He is a BMF champion for a reason. You know who's the real BMF champ, but anyway, let's give the credit to Max Holloway, and I think Max gets the job done. This fight will most likely go to the decision. I can see pretty much a good performance from both the fighters, but I think Max will always be on the advantage lead. I see Max performance and Max winning this fight via decision, or maybe who knows, maybe a TKO, who knows. So my prediction for this fight is Max Holloway. And there's something else I want to talk about. Nobody's talking about the mentality of this fighter, the mental aspect. I mean, look at Poirier is already getting emotional. He got emotional a lot because this is his last fight. He's calling it the last dance. You can hear this video right now.
Throw him back up, bro. Hold on. I need to arm wrestle somebody before I read this next one. My man, what a ride. 15 years flew by, and we all witnessed your greatness and true character of a fighter. Your story career couldn't have happened to a more deserving person.
So you can see already, like, Max is already, Poirier is already pretty emotional because of the letters he has been reading. He knows this is the last time he's going to lace up the gloves. And whereas Max is embracing his villain arc. Look at this very interview. I like this interview.
And just general, people are just loving it, you know. At the end of the day, when we go out there, we do the walks. I was just doing an interview and I was telling DC, I hope my ass get booed. You know what I mean? This is his last dance. He's representing your home state. Boo my ass. Because if we was in Hawaii, I'm pretty sure Hawaiians would be booing whoever I'm walking against. You know?
Are you kind of embracing that side of things? Like, you know, some of your interviews, it seems like you have a little more edge than usual leading into this fight.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. I guess I want to play spoiler, you know. That's what I do. It sucks. It's him, but like I said, man, I was 4-0 when I fought this man. First time, I was 13 on a 13-fight win streak. Second time, he did me dirty, so I guess I gotta do him dirty.
So you heard the man. Max Holloway has told us recently, many times in this interview, that he was on a 13-fight win streak and Dustin Poirer took that fight win streak and spoiled his chance to become the interim lightweight champion, and Max is looking to avenge himself. And I think he will avenge himself here because he's looking spectacular. He's on the run, whereas Poirier is no longer himself. He's already 26 and the mentality is there. Max is embracing the very part of being a villain and already contemplating a fight with Ilia Poirier, whereas Poirier, I don't think it matters to Poirier. Poirier just wants to stand and bang and fight. I would be surprised if Poirier wins, honestly speaking, because his mentality doesn't look kind of there. It just looks like Poirier wants to just fight a good fight and then retire, which is great for a legend like Dustin Poirer. That's what he should ask for, and that's what he should get. But for the victory part, I think Max Holloway gets it done. Max is only 23 years old, and Max looks spectacular, mate. I think he's gonna get the job done. So a decision victory for Max. So this is recap this. So I got Max Holloway, and then co-main event I got Roman Kopylov somewhat, and then I got Kevin Holland, easy. Give me fucking Danny every day. And then Michael Johnson and Daniel Zellhuber, I got Daniel Zellhuber. And then one particular fight on preliminary card is Vinicius Oliveira versus Skyler Phillips. I got Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira is a spectacular fighter from Brazil. Vinny's gonna win this one. So that's it, mate. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again. Goodbye. This is MMA Fanatic.